We begin tonight in Illinois, where a person of interest is in custody after today's deadly mass shooting at a 4th of July parade. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Christine Noel.
And I'm Brandon Walker. Here's what we know now in the 10 o'clock hour. That shooting began in Highland Park, that is a suburb north of Chicago. At least 6 people are dead. Dozens more are hurt. And late this evening, police took a person of interest identified as Robert Cremo into custody. Shots fired at a 4th of July parade in downtown Highland Park.
Pow, pow. I mean, a sound I've never heard before. 10 seconds later, you hear people screaming, bodies down, and everyone starts scattering.
Police say the shooter was on top of a building. Police say 6 lives were lost, other victims taken to local hospitals.
Of the 26 individuals that showed up here at Highland Park Hospital, 25 of those did sustain gunshot wound injuries. Some of them were minor, some of them were much more severe, and some of those patients were in critical condition when they did arrive here to the hospital.
Authorities swarmed the scene, recovered a rifle, and after an intense manhunt, a person of interest. Robert Cremo III was spotted by police.
Subject did flee. A brief pursuit went on. Ultimately, they were able to get the subject stopped at Wesley and 41 in Lake Forest. The subject was taken into custody without incident.
An investigation is ongoing. This community's healing process just starting.
On behalf of the city of Highland Park, our hearts are broken for the victims and their families. As we always do, we support each other. We are Highland Park strong.
The community of Highland Park joins a growing list of communities looking for a way to move forward after deadly mass shootings this year. It is still early in the investigation, and we haven't learned much about the victims yet. Reporter Nick Monticelli with our sister station WDIV spoke with people living in the small suburb in the wake of today's tragedy.
Good evening. I can tell you the feeling here in Highland Park is kind of twofold. Number one, of course, they are devastated by the shooting, 24 injured, 6 dead, but also because they're recognizing that their Independence Day, their 4th of July, is going to be different from here on out. Now take a look behind me here. You can see strollers and bicycles and chairs all strewn about, left behind, because these folks literally went running for their lives. An Independence Day scarred forever in this northern Chicago Main Street kind of town. A shooter perched on top of a roof, killing 6 and wounding 24 others. All the victims are between 8 and 85 years old.
It's horrific to always see it somewhere else, but to experience it where I live is honestly unimaginable.
Tonight, Central Avenue in Highland Park is much quieter than it should be.
It's a hard day, you know, because this is my community. I've lived here for 57 years on the North Shore, and so it's personal.
The suspected gunman ran after the shots. Investigators believe he blended in with the crowds before vanishing for most of the day. Then around 6 p.m. Central Time, an officer spotted him on a local freeway. There was a short chase, and eventually the suspect gave up and was taken into custody without incident. That's the end of a horrifying day. But reality is just setting in. Alicia De La Cruz lost close friends in the shooting.
It broke my heart, to be honest with you, because we know there's people that we know. We know a few of them, and this is not fair because they work with people.
Now, the suspect apprehended on that freeway about 6 miles north of where we're standing right now, where the shooting occurred. It will, for now, remain a county case in the local jurisdiction, but at any moment, the feds could walk in, take the charges up to federal domestic terrorism charges, and take the case over. That, of course, remains to be seen. The people here, though, they're now focused on what to do next. Where do they move forward? How do they move forward? Talking about memorials, candlelight vigils, all those things that, unfortunately, we're getting used to here in America. I'm Nick Monticelli, KPRC 2 News.
As the investigation into the deadly parade shooting near Chicago moves forward, click2houston.com will keep you updated with information on the victims, the suspect, and the violence. Look for the story on our homepage.